Hello, super friends. I'm Jason Inman, and Force Friday is upon us. And as you can see from my set, I am an avid toy collector and lover. So I thought this would be the best time to give you what I think are the 10 best Star Wars toys ever. Number 10. The AT-AT Walker. This, of course, is the original toy released in 1981 after The Empire Strikes Back. Can you imagine in 1981 getting this giant, massive toy after seeing the movie that is The Empire Strikes Back? This would be like action figure Christmas to you. The Walker had clicking guns and posable legs, plus it could haul around all of your cool figures. Now, Kenner later made a bigger AT-AT in 2010, but the original has some sweet curves and a nostalgia feel that makes it look a lot better in my opinion. Plus, it's worth more. If you have this 1981 AT-AT Walker still in box and mint condition, it's worth over $800. So let that be a lesson to you kids. Don't ever let your mom throw your toys away. Number 9, the Phantom Menace Darth Maul action figure. If you were a kid in 1999, this was the must-buy toy. Not only is Darth Maul one of the coolest Star Wars characters ever, but this toy was impossible to find in stores back in the day. It's only 3.75 inches tall, but it's full of the dark side of the Force. You have to remember that back in 1999, we had never seen a Star Wars character like this. Plus, Star Wars had been gone for over 20 years, so to see an action figure that represented a double-sided lightsaber, plus a demonic-looking Sith Lord, it was nerd nirvana to have one of these toys, and it definitely was a moment for me when I found mine. Number 8, the Lego Death Star. There are tons of amazing Lego Star Wars sets, but this one dwarfs them all, pun intended. It has over 4,016 pieces, and it gives you minifigures of almost every main character from A New Hope and Return of the Jedi. Yeah, that's right, you get white and black Luke. I've seen this one in person, and it usually astonishes me with how big it is. Not only is this a cool toy, but with that laser, that means you can kill Alderaan all day long, you little toy murderers. Number 7, Star Wars The Power of the Force Luke Skywalker Stormtrooper Disguise. In 1995, Luke Skywalker in Stormtrooper disguise may have been one of the most anticipated action figures of all time. Now, this was when Kenner was bulking up all of their Star Wars action figures up to compete with all the bulky, muscly superhero action figures on the market at the time. And even though this has a massive Rob Liefeld type chest, it is still a cool figure. Only one other Luke Skywalker disguise figure has ever been made. Plus, this figure had a cool companion, the Han Solo disguised as Stormtrooper, exclusive mail-away figure from this same line. And back in the day, I was one of the lucky few to actually be able to mail in and get that Han Solo figure to be a partner to Luke. I never got Luke though. Sad day, right? Kenner managed to mold a scaled helmet that doesn't look too big, or a human head sculpt for Luke Skywalker that doesn't appear too small or pea-sized, and that's why this figure made it on the list. Number 6, Princess Leia Organa and R2-D2 action figure set from Star Wars Forces of Destiny. The first wave of Star Wars Forces of Destiny figures released earlier this summer, and damn if they do not look amazing. This Leia comes in her best outfit ever and includes a tiny little R2. Plus, it is not just a standard doll. This figure has an action move. When you squeeze the legs, you can make Leia ready for her blaster. Now, before you head to the comments and tell me, Jason, why is a doll on your list? I want you to remember 3 things. 1, dolls are toys. 2, this toy is awesome. And 3, grow up. Star Wars is for everybody. Number 5, the Force FX lightsabers, specifically the Darth Vader one. The Black Series Vader lightsaber hilt is a solidly executed replica of the original as seen in 1977 Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope. Plus, it makes noises. So all of us Star Wars nerds can take these lightsabers, whack at each other all day long, and make really bad fan films. This lightsaber comes with all kinds of sounds. 4 clash sounds, 2 fast swings, 2 slow swings, an idle hum, an activation sound, and a deactivation sound. Plus, it's really bright. You can almost use this thing like a flashlight. This is the lightsaber that every Star Wars fan has been waiting for since 1977. Number 4, the Darth Vader voice changer helmet. Everyone, and I mean everyone, has thought about being Darth Vader for Halloween at one point or another. This helmet has quotes and phrases from all the various movies, plus it has a voice synthesizer that will make you sound like Darth Vader. Now, the voice changer in this helmet isn't perfect. It actually kind of makes you sound like a generic demon. But still, the fact that there is a Darth Vader helmet there that attempts to make you sound like the coolness that is James Earl Jones definitely deserves a spot on this list. Number 3, the Sphero BB-8 toy. This is the little droid toy that broke the internet. Right before The Force Awakens, Sphero released this toy that essentially gives you the coolest looking droid ever. BB-8 talks, moves, and reacts. It's like it's alive, and you can control it with your smartphone. Everyone bought this toy when it came out, and I know now they've added a feature to where BB-8 will watch The Force Awakens with you and make noises. Now, the playability of the Sphero BB-8 dies off pretty fast, but still, it is amazing that you can have your own living, breathing BB-8 rolling around your house. Number 2, Ben Kenobi Mythos from Sideshow Collectibles. I know this is a statue, but this 14-pound beauty definitely deserves a top spot on this list. Ben Kenobi Mythos takes you on a voyage in time after the Revenge of the Sith and prior to A New Hope. Kenobi is portrayed as a desert nomad wandering the wastes of Tatooine. Now, this statue is full of cool Star Wars Easter eggs. Look at the lightsabers hanging from his belt. That's Anakin's lightsaber that he later gives to Luke, and Qui-Gon Jinn's lightsaber from Episode 1. On his back is armor from the Star Wars Clone Wars series, and his face is the perfect mix of Alec Guinness and Ewan McGregor to show us the perfect prequel to original series transition. This is a dream toy for me. Not only does it represent Obi-Wan Kenobi, who is my favorite Star Wars character, but it illuminates hidden corners of the Star Wars universe, which, in the end, shouldn't all toys do that? And finally, number 1, the Star Wars Power of the Force Darth Vader with removable helmet. This was the first time ever Star Wars collectors were able to buy their most favorite Sith Lord, where the helmet was removable and underneath of it sat the unforgettable face of the badly burned Anakin Skywalker from Return of the Jedi. This figure was so hot and anticipated at the time that Kenner/Hasbro didn't think they were going to be able to meet demand. And not only does his removable helmet come off, his right hand pops off so you can recreate the fight between him and Luke Skywalker. Also impressive are the battle damage markings, like the gashes and burns on his cranium. These wounds look painful and morbidly eerie in a tiny 3.75 action figure. This one is personal for me as well because I still have this amazing action figure. Let me try to pull off his helmet there. Look at that. This, again, was an action figure that many Star Wars fans thought would never be made. And I know that they've made this figure again in the Black series, the current 6-inch line that Star Wars is doing. But to go back to the first, where it was an impossibility, that is what makes this, in my opinion, the best Star Wars toy ever. A toy that we never thought we would ever see, but when it comes out, looks amazing. I want to know down in the comments, what do you think is the best Star Wars toy ever? And I'm going to choose the best comment ever, and that person is going to get this San Diego Comic-Con exclusive fidget spinner. No, it's not a Star Wars toy, but it's still pretty cool, and you have to be a subscriber to win. So don't forget to click subscribe, and also please check out my Patreon, where I make exclusive videos and podcasts just for my Patreons, only for their ears. So until next time, I'm Jason Inman. Be seeing you.